Okay, so today's topic is goods receipt. So today we will see goods receipts reversals, uh, then go- process codes. Okay, so there is a concept called as process codes in the EWM. We will introduce you to that process codes. Okay. Okay, now we have been discussing this a lot. When goods arrive at warehouse, goods are received into docking area or staging area. It is called as a goods receipt. So I've been saying that when we do the goods receipt, the goods are shown into the staging area. Okay, I'm going to the EWM system, SCM extended warehouse management, delivery processing, inbound delivery. I'm going to the inbound delivery notification. Okay, executing the inbound delivery notification. Okay, let me go with SUPW warehouse. Okay, so again, I'm executing this. Okay, I'm selecting the last inbound delivery. Okay, okay, I've, I've, I'm now into the inbound delivery of the EWM system. If you see this inbound delivery, okay, and we have yesterday did discuss WPT determination. For the first line item, the WPT that is got determined is 1010. So again, to recap, how is the WPT determined? WPT is determined for the combination of inbound delivery type, item type, delivery priority, and process type indicator. Okay. So process type indicator was coming from your product master. Delivery priority comes from your sales order. Okay. And then to the inbound. Okay. Then to your outbound delivery. Then okay to your inbound delivery to your outbound delivery. Okay, delivery priority is mostly associated with the customer item type. Then we have got inbound delivery type. Okay, so yesterday we have determined two different WPTs for two line items. Okay, I'm in the form view for the first line item. And what is this bin? This bin is nothing but this is in your GR zone. Okay, so as of now, okay, let me close this tab. Okay, as of now, okay, we did not do the goods receipt. Okay, so when I do the goods receipt, the stock will be updated into this storage type. Okay, in our case, the goods will be updated into this bin. Okay, this is for the line item 1. Okay, let me go to the line item 2. For line item 2, the WPT that is determined is SO10. Okay, okay, and it also consists of goods movement bin as GR zone 1. Okay, now I've got a question. This is static. I'm assigning my GR bin, GR source area in the WPT. I do not want a, I do not want to be a static. I want it to be dynamic. For example, I'm bringing the heavy materials. Then it should go to a different staging area. If I'm bringing the smaller object, then it should go to the different staging area. Then what should I be doing? Okay, we did discuss a topic, if you remember. Okay, staging area and door determination. Okay, if you see here, there is no warehouse door that is determined and there is no staging bay that is determined. Okay, so other day I have shown you that there is something called as staging area and door determination group. You have to define that staging area and door determination group. We have already designed it. We have to assign it to the product master and then do the determination in the easy access. Then you need not have to assign this bin in the WPT. Any question on this one, on these statements? You can go back and refer to our that class. Okay, staging area and door determination group. Okay, so here the bin is determined, which is a static, and that is coming from your WPT. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do the goods receipt. Okay, before like posting the goods receipt, just observe the statuses. You have got different statuses. You have got goods receipt status. You have got unloading status, put away status, transit status, and warehouse activity status. Okay, please keep observing all these statuses when you are doing the goods receipt. And also at the top, you have got, okay, reject, unload, goods receipt. Okay, and you also have got this small icon, okay, from where you can also travel to the travels to the subsequent documents. Okay, if you want to know against this inbound delivery what is the warehouse task, you can go. Okay, just observe all these buttons. Okay, now go to the ECC and observe the MMBE. MMBE is for the stock. There will not be any stock. Okay, and observe the inbound delivery. Okay, against how will I know the inbound delivery against this? I want to know the inbound delivery against this ERP inbound delivery against this one. How I can know? Okay, just go to this line item. Double click on that one. Okay, go to the reference document. Okay, if you see the reference document, then you have got, this is the inbound delivery document type. Okay, ERO, original inbound delivery document. Okay, this is the inbound delivery document from the ECC. Okay, so this is the purchase order, this is the ECC inbound delivery document, and this is the EWM inbound document number. Okay, this is your inbound EWM inbound delivery document number. Okay, now I'll click on the goods receipt. Okay, see here you can do it. Otherwise, press on this small arrow. You have got two options: goods receipt. I'm doing a goods receipt. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to select this line item. Then I need to do the goods receipt. See, I'm doing the goods receipt at the other level. That is for the two line items. Okay. Okay, now if you see, goods receipt is completed. Okay. Now what happens in the EWM? Where is the stock in the EWM? Where is the stock updated in the EWM?
Staging area.
Yes, it is in the staging area and it is updated in this bin. Okay, so the bin that got updated is in this bin. Okay, you can go and display this bin. Okay, so to display the bin, the transaction code I am using is /n scwm/ls03. You can also go to the path. Okay, okay, so this is the storage type. Okay, just observe all the tabs. Okay, here you have got system status and user status. Okay, now click on the stock. You see, this bin is consisting of two materials, SUPAL1 and SUPAL2. Okay, and the stock type is F1. We'll talk about the stock types in F1, and the quantity is 1. Okay, now you click on this one, select stock. This is the, okay, this is the, okay, this gives you the information about your product. Okay, SUPL mat 1, and this stock belongs to this party entitled to dispose. Okay, the quantity, available quantity is 1 in this bin. Okay, now similarly observe for SUPL mat 2. Okay, observe the stocks available quantity, and okay, you observe both available quantity, and this is the GR date and this is the GR time. Okay, And apart from this one, just observe the other tabs. No tab will be updated. Okay, activity area. Okay, so had we assigned the activity area to this bin, it would have okay. I think we forgot to assign the activity area. We should have assigned the activity area, but it doesn't matter because we are not doing a sorting. But it is okay. We should have did the activity, generated the activity area for the GR zone as well. Okay, I don't know how I forgot. Okay, so activity area comes up here. Okay, so we have seen the stock. Now in the EWM, the stock is in the GR zone area. Now where will be the, okay, now let us go and observe what happens in the ECC. Okay, so okay, we got the inbound delivery document. Okay, so now I'm going to the inbound ECC inbound delivery. Okay, I'm going to the VL33N. Okay, providing the inbound delivery number, clicking on the goods movement data, you see it is completed. That is, goods receipts are posted against this one. Now you click on this document flow. Okay, you have got a goods receipt document, that is material document posted. Okay, just get this material document number and display it in the Migo. Okay, so I'm just going to the Migo and displaying this one. Okay, so if I observe the material tab, okay, so you just can observe the material number. Okay, if you see where tab, it has got 101 movement type that is triggered, and the stock is received on the dock. Why it is received on the dock? Because in the purchase order, in the inbound delivery, we have got ROD as a stock, as the storage location. Now click on the purchase order data. This is the purchase order data. Okay, okay, and you have got WM tab. Okay, this is the warehouse number. Okay, so there is a WM tab because you have assigned this plant and storage location uh, to the warehouse number. Okay, so just observe these details. Okay, ERP is like dog, EWM is like tail. Okay, so we have displayed goods receipt document. Okay, we have observed the plant, we have observed the WM tab, and please note that the stock is increased in ROD storage location. Let me go to MMBE for this one and see the stock for this one, if the stock is updated or not. Okay, I'm going to the ECC system, MMBE. Okay, material is SUPL mat 1. And the plant is SUPL. Okay, so I'm not giving the storage location to see at what, okay, at what, in which storage location it is updated. Okay, if you see the stock is in ROD. Okay, we have done a goods receipt. Okay, so we are still not at, we are not discussing the put away. Okay, so to move the goods from this 9010 to the final destination, we need to have put away strategies in place. So as of now, we are only talking about the goods receipt. Okay, and I've been saying that your put away process is two-step process. First, we receive the goods into the staging area. Okay, that we call it as a receiving or goods receipt, and from here we move the goods into the final destination, which we call it as a put away. Okay, no. Okay, so we have observed everything. Okay, no cancellations. I want to do the cancellation. Can we do the cancellations in the ECC? Let us observe this one. Okay, just now I have created a material document in EWM. Okay, ECC system. This is the ECC system that has flown. This is the material document that has flown from EWM to ECC. We did a goods receipt in EWM. We did not do it in sorry, goods receipt in EWM. We did not do it in ECC. Let me check if I can cancel this document. Okay. Okay. Click on this item check. Do a item check for these line items and try to post it. Okay, so what it says, it is not possible. Okay, because it is a integrated warehouse, so it is not possible to do the cancellations in the TCC system. Okay, if you want to cancel the goods receipt, it is not possible to cancel the goods receipt in the ECC system. Let me do the returns for this vendor. Okay, again, okay, let me try 122 movement type. Okay, so I'm going with Migo. Okay, instead of cancellation, I am selecting return delivery, again providing the material document and providing the, okay, selected the material document and select and given the material document number. The movement type is 122. I am trying to return the goods from the EWM system. Okay, do a item. Okay, do a check. Okay, again, okay, it is asking to enter the reason for the movement. Okay, just enter it. Again, do a check. See, it is again not allowing you to do the returns in the ECC system. It is saying that, it is an integrated warehouse. So we have to start the process from in the EWM, not in the ECC system. Any question on this one?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sir,
now,
one question, sir.
yeah, yeah.
Any exceptions to this one? Any exception to this rule?
Exceptions we have to see. Maybe, you have to do some configuration. Exceptions are there, right? When we were doing starting, when we discussed, right, GR against the production, it is possible in both ECC system and EWM system. You can post goods receipt against the production in ECC as well as EWM. When we were doing the configuration, you remember that, but there is a scope of, if we allow goods receipt in both the systems, then there is a scope of duplication. Okay,
Yeah.
goods receipt against production, there is an exception. You can do it in both the systems. I don't think there is exception for this one, but let me check, if we can do something and post this reversals in ECC, then it gets updated in EWM. But I don't think, but if we do this one, even if we do that configuration, it will result in a inconsistency, because inconsistency. Okay, so yeah.
And
But
another thing is about the scrapping, like that not scrapping exactly scrapping, but the 702 movement where you can remove directly the stock
no,
from.
you will not use 702 movement type. If it is WM, you will have different movement types. You have got, I don't remember the movement type. You have got something called 709. I think 702 is only with your IM. You will have a different movement types with the
Okay.
WM. We will discuss that one little later. Okay. So
No, no, no. My question is, I will not be able to do it because this is an integrated warehouse. So
yes,
will I be able to do 702 or no?
I think you should not be able to do it, because if it is, I did not check on that one, but
Oh,
most of the cases, if you have got WM or
yeah,
EWM, you will
yeah.
have your physical inventory initiated in the WM and EWM. You will not initiate in the IM.
Okay, okay.
That is the question. You will not use MI01, MI02 transaction codes to create the physical inventories. You will have a different you will have the physical inventory documents created either in WM or EWM. you have got WM activated for the storage locations.
Okay. Okay.
From now, I think 701, 702.
Hmm.
It is only at the IM level. We normally, when we do the system EWM, which triggers 711 and 712 movement type.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't use 701 and 702.
702.
Yeah,
We
we will
use
not
it
use them.
only during the physical inventory. When we do in the EWM, that triggers 711 and 712 in the IM.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now back to our first scenario. The scenario we are discussing is how to do a reversal and cancellations. Okay. How to do the cancellation. That is, I want to cancel the goods receipt. How to do it. Okay. So to do the cancellation in the goods receipt, you have to click, okay, select the line item. Okay. Before selecting this line item, please see goods receipt is completed. Now I'm clicking on this button. Okay. I'm saying reverse goods receipt. Okay, it says not started. Now go and observe the bin, stop. Okay, come back. Okay, okay, let me come back to with transaction code LS03. Okay, press enter, and now you see the stop in the bin. There is no stop, so the quant got deleted. Okay, this is the quant. If you have selected the line item and click on the stop, whatever that was decided there, whatever that was like displayed is a quant. We cannot create new quants. Okay, quants are automatically created and deleted based on the movement types. Now I'm going to the inbound delivery to display my inbound delivery. Okay, so I'm going to VL33 and okay, so I'm displaying this inbound delivery. Okay, click on the goods movement data. It is not yet started. Okay, now if you click on the document flow, you can see that reversal document is posted. Okay, and if you see this reversal document, it's your normal 102 movement type. Against 101 movement type, 102 movement type will be triggered. Okay, okay, so 102 movement type is triggered, and you see the stock type F. Okay, just for the time being. Okay, so that stock type is in the ECC is F, but in EWM it is F1. Okay, okay, no, okay, we have observed the stock bin. If you observe the stock in MMBE, there will not be any stock. You can also observe the purchase order history. Okay, go to purchase order history. Purchase order history tab. For the line item 1, I am going. Okay, if you go to the purchase order history, the purchase order history is updated with 101 and 102. Okay, so this is your normal things what happens in the in ECC. Okay, so now another scenario. Okay, let's assume that we have raised a purchase order for 2 line items for quantity each of 10, and vendor sent us confirmation for total 10 quantities, and we have created the inbound delivery also for the 10 quantities. Okay, now vendor is saying, okay, he made a call, or he is informing us that he will not be able to deliver 10 quantity of 2 line items. For the first line item, that is for mat 1, he is going to deliver 8 quantities, and for mat 2, he is going to deliver 6 quantities, and he says that he will not be able to deliver the remaining quantity in the future. So that is, we have to short close the inbound delivery. So how do we do that one? Okay, so now let me go to the ECC system. For this one, let me create an inbound delivery. Okay, I'm going to VL31N. Okay, this scenario I'm calling it as a short closed. Okay. So vendor, okay, I'm creating an inbound delivery for 1010. Okay, I'm saving the inbound delivery. I'm going to the EWM system. Okay, in the inbound delivery notification, I'm selecting the last inbound delivery notification and clicking on the inbound delivery. Okay, so I'm selecting the first line item. Okay, clicking on the form view. Okay, vendor is saying that he is only able to send 8 for the first line item. Okay, is not able to send 2 quantities. Okay, and for the second line item, he is able to send only 6 and not 10 line items. So how do we deal in such scenarios? There is a concept called as process codes in EWM. Okay, if you try to change inbound delivery in ERP system, it will not allow to change the quantities. If you want, you can try this one. Go to VL32N. It will be graded out. I'm going to VL32N for this inbound delivery, which we have created. Okay, you cannot. Okay, delivery was distributed there for display only. You will not be able to change any quantities in the inbound delivery. So, okay, I'm back to this screen. Okay.
I think we have is there in setting in configuration. So for changing the stock in the delivery.
That is possible, right? That is possible that you have to do a paddy implementation, assign a assign in your profile that
Mhm.
user parameters. Okay, you can do it, but in general
Mhm.
we don't give it. Okay, so at
Mhm.
item level, okay, in the item level there is something called as process codes. Okay, just select this one with quantity adjustment. Okay, and in here you select a process code called as I001. Okay, so I001 process code is nothing, is delivery difference adjust document. Okay, select this one. So how much you want to adjust? You want to adjust 2 quantity, which is -2. Okay, so I'm just putting -2. Okay, so the quantity has changed to 8 quantity. Similarly, switch from the form view to list view. Select the second line item. Click on the form view. Select the process code. Again, same process code. Okay, click on this with quantity adjustment and select the process code I001. Okay, delivery difference adjust document. Okay, and provide -4 quantity. Okay, no, at this time save the inbound delivery. No, inbound delivery. At this time, nothing will change in the ERP system. Even though you have saved the inbound delivery, there is no interface for the inbound delivery, changes in the inbound delivery. If you want to trigger changes from the inbound delivery of EWM, then the interface is goods movement only. So for that, okay, to have the interface change, click on select the line item, click on this goods receipt. Okay, no, okay, you can, okay, in the EWM stock is updated into the GR staging area bin. Now go and observe the ECC system. Okay, so in ECC system I'm going to VL03N. Okay, provide the inbound delivery that we have created. Okay, I'm
33
sorry,
and 33.
VL33N. I'm sorry. Yeah, VL33N. Okay, provide the inbound delivery. Okay, you see the quantities got decreased. Okay, so this is short close. Okay, so you will not be able to do any more goods receipt against this inbound delivery. Okay, so this is the process code one. Okay, so if you see the quantity for the first line item is updated to 8 and second line item is updated to 6. Okay, in ECC. Okay, so as I said, until you do the goods receipt in EWM, it will not be updated into the ECC. In order to update the quantities in ECC, you have to do the goods receipt in EWM. Okay, you can also observe that. Okay, the other document flow. Okay, display this document in Migo. Okay, you see the stock type in ECC is F. Okay, and the stock type in EWM is F1. Okay. Okay, don't concentrate on this one. Just observe this one for the time being. Okay, we'll do another scenario. Okay, the another scenario is, assume that you have raised a purchase order for 2 line items again, each of 10. Okay, vendor also send confirmation. Okay, saying that he's going to send 10 quantities, and you have created inbound delivery for the same quantities, 10 quantities. Okay, so now vendor send the material in two trucks at the same time. Okay, and due to some, okay, assume that second vehicle got punctured, is supposed to reach today, he is going to reach tomorrow. Okay, so what will you do in this case? Will you wait for the second truck and do the goods receipt tomorrow? You cannot wait, right? Okay, why do we need such scenario? Why do we like there is a, okay, see, I cannot wait for the, okay, I cannot make the vehicle. There are many reasons for that one. I cannot make the first vehicle also wait for tomorrow. Okay, otherwise I cannot do the goods receipt, because if I make the vehicle wait, then I have to make the waiting charges. If I receive the goods and do not do the goods receipt, then if something happens in the warehouse, then I cannot show the accountability for that stock, because I did not do the goods receipt. And the third important most thing is, see, we do the payments based on our goods receipt date. So for the first track, I'll do the payment on one day, and for the second track, I do the payment on this another day. This is your GR based IV. So there may be many reasons. Okay, I cannot wait for the second track. So how do I achieve this scenario in the how do I achieve this scenario? Okay, so let me create inbound delivery for 10 quantities in my ECC system. Okay, before that, let me increase the quantity of my PO. We will be doing a lot of exercises, so let me do increase the quantity. Quantity was there. No. Okay, now I am creating a inbound delivery. Okay, this I am saying goods received in 2 trucks. I'm taking 10 quantity. I'm saying the inbound delivery. So inbound delivery is distributed to the EWM system. Okay, so now I'm going to the EWM system. Okay, click on this inbound delivery. Okay, ASN is 2 trucks. Okay, so just now we cannot use this I001 process code because it is short closing. Okay, so to deal with such kind of scenarios, there is a process code called as I002. Okay, so now I'm going to the first line item. Okay, I'm going to the first line item in the process code. I'm switching to the form view. Okay, click on this process code with quantity adjustment and click on this I002. Okay, we have used I001, which is for the short close. Okay, this is delivery difference. There is adjust document plus quantity, but I001 was only adjust quantity. Here there is a adjust document is also there, so we are going to adjust the document as well. Okay, so just see the effects of this one. So I am saying -5. Okay, for the first line item. Okay, now again I'm going to the second line item. Okay, process code with quantity adjustment. Click on this I002. Okay, provide the quantity. Okay, now save the inbound delivery of EWM. Okay. Okay, save the inbound delivery. Okay, just come back. Okay, this inbound delivery number is 2639. Okay, EWM inbound delivery number is 2639. Come back. Again, click on this inbound delivery. Okay, select the inbound delivery notification. Again, click on this inbound delivery. You see, there are 2 inbound deliveries that are generated. No, okay, the inbound delivery is got split. Okay, so now click on this first line item and observe the reference document. Okay, I'm clicking on the first inbound delivery, which is 2639. Okay, and I'm clicking on the first line item. Click on the reference document. Okay, this ERO is original document, which is 5245. Okay, 5245 is our original document, inbound delivery document number. For the first inbound delivery, this is the original document. If you see for the first inbound delivery, your original document and ERP document and idea, okay, or ERP document and original document are same. Now click on the second inbound delivery. Okay, if you see ERP document, okay, I am sorry. Okay, go to the second inbound delivery. Okay, click on the line item, one of the line item, and observe the original document and ERP document. You see, this is the system has generated another inbound delivery in the. Okay, no, totally there are 2 inbound deliveries in the EWM. This is IBD1. This is IBT2. IBT2. Okay. Okay, no, I'm clicking on the IBD1 and I'm clicking on the goods receipt. Okay. I did the goods receipt at the header level. Okay. Please remember, I'm always doing at the header level. Now go to the ECC system, display the inbound delivery, first inbound delivery. Okay, 8245 is my first inbound delivery. See, the quantity is 55. Okay. Now display the second inbound delivery. Okay. Okay. So I think there is some issue. We'll do the goods receipt and we'll observe it. Okay. Similarly, for the second line item, choose. Okay. Save the inbound delivery. Okay. When we have select the latest inbound delivery notification. Okay. Okay. I think let me do the goods receipt for the second inbound delivery and see if it gets updated here. Okay. Now I'm doing the goods receipt for the second inbound delivery. Okay. So activity was successful. I don't think. Okay. Now come to your VL33N. Provide the inbound delivery number. Okay. So I think there is an issue with the system, but you should be able to post it. Okay. I'll see the log. Okay. So post the goods receipt for the second inbound delivery. Second inbound delivery. Okay. Maybe there is an issue with the EWM okay, integration for this one. Okay. So how is the system? Okay. Where is this system getting the number ranges for the inbound delivery in the EWM system? Okay. So in EWM system, system has generated two inbound deliveries. Okay. One is, okay, two inbound deliveries. One is with the original ERP inbound delivery number, and the second one is with a different number ranges. Okay. With a different number ranges. Where did the system pick this one from? Okay. The system has picked this number, pick it from here. Okay. Go to the EWM system. Okay. Before going there, let me take the inbound delivery number. Okay, I think you have got the inbound delivery number. Okay, this is the inbound delivery number that is created. Go to the second inbound delivery number. Go to SPRO, SAP reference, extended warehouse management. Then go to interfaces, ERP integration. And under ERP integration delivery process, define number ranges for ERP deliveries. Okay. So if you click on the intervals, you see the system has created this number with this interval. Okay, whatever number you maintain it, and it should be an internal number range. It should be an internal number range. Okay, so we should have also configured this number range in the ERP system as a uh, external number range. Then system would have created inbound delivery. Okay, you are understanding. See, this number range should also have existed for the ERP document type EL. Okay, same number range you have to maintain as external. Here it is internal. In ERP for EL document, maintain the same number range. Then inbound delivery will be created in the ERP system as well. A new inbound delivery will be created. Am I okay on this one? Any questions?
So you will be creating this one. EL is not created in ECC. That's what you mean?
Yes, there doesn't exist this number ranges for the document type EL. Okay, if you maintain this number range as an external number range for EL, then that will be picked up.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the configuration missing. And please remember, this configuration, this kind of things will be always, will be also used in the future. That is, internal number range of ERP should become should be equivalent to the external number range in the EWM system, and external ERP number range should be equal to internal ERP EWM number range. Okay, for most of the objects, it will be just like this one. Okay, so this is a normal setting. Okay, so try to do that configuration, you will get it. Okay. Now, so what is the WAPI function module that is responsible for creating this inbound delivery in your ECC system is, okay, if you remember, we have activated a distribution module. If you go to BD64, provide your sender and receiver. Okay, so there is a BAPI function module called as inbound delivery changes. BAPI for change to the delivery. This is the BAPI function module. Okay, that is getting triggered and is updating the changes in the ECC system. Okay, just observe the method and class for that one. Okay, you can go and observe the method and class for this one. Okay, and also now go and okay, it may not have been updated, but just see the EWM inbound delivery. Okay, go to the confirmation control key and observe if the purchase order history is confirmations is updated with all of them. Okay, so go to this purchase order and check the confirmations. Okay, go to the item details, go to the confirmations. Okay, if you see the confirmations that inbound delivery is not updated here, had we maintained that configuration, it would have updated here. Okay, so maintain the number ranges. Okay, let us see the failed queue in the ECC system. Let me see the failed queues in the ECC system. So I'm going to SMQ2. Okay, what was our inbound delivery number? Is it the same? Our number is 999. Okay, this is not from our system. Okay, if you monitor this one, you can see it is giving you some table entry is missing. Okay, so let's see our inbound delivery, let me see. Delivery notification numbers 999. Okay, I'll see this one. Okay, so in order to troubleshoot, I've given you the documents in this one also, how to troubleshoot. Okay, see, these are the troubleshooting documents I have provided here. Okay, how you will troubleshoot the inbound deliveries if it's not occurring. Okay, so I've got the troubleshooting documents as well. Okay, so you have to use SMQ2 in ECC, find out your queue and go to that queue and observe why it has failed. Okay, in the ECC, if it is an inbound process, it is SMQ2. Okay, and from in the EWM, you have to monitor SMQ1 and you have to do check all these configurations. Okay, okay, go to EWM also, go to SMQ1 to check on the queue failures if the queue is like failed in our system. Okay, and you can reprocess the queues from here. Okay, I'll let you know tomorrow. Let's finish this class. Okay, so here you will see why it is like failed. Okay, so this is of some other persons, this is not ours. If you want to reprocess it, just select this one and process this one. Okay, okay, I'll let you know tomorrow like what it failed. Okay, now let's come back to the another topic. Okay, so see, we have discussed two process codes. Now one is I001 and I002. I001 is for the short closure, that is you are not expecting inbound delivery to be open. If you use I002, okay, then you are creating two inbound deliveries. Okay, so now assume another scenario. The third scenario is, okay, assume that you have created purchase order for 2 line items, again 10 of each, and line item 10 is all good, but you found material number 2 all line items of material number 2 being damaged. You want to return it. So how do you deal with that one? Okay. So you want to return the second line items. Okay. So now for that scenario, I am creating another inbound delivery quantity of 10 each. Full quantity rejection. Okay. I'm taking 10 each. I'm saving the inbound delivery. So 5246 is the inbound delivery that is got created. Okay. So now I'll go to the EWM system. Inbound delivery notification. Select the last inbound delivery one. Okay, notification. Click on this inbound delivery. For the first line item, I'm not applying any process code because I want to receive it in full quantity. I'm okay with it. For the second line item, I want to reject it in full quantity. Okay, I'm clicking on this one. Okay, click on the process codes. Then with quantity adjustment, select the process code as I004. Okay, just okay, just give -5. You see what happens. Okay, I004 cannot be used for partial rejections. You have to do a full rejection. Okay. Now again I am selecting the process code. Okay, with adjustment. I am selecting okay I004. Okay, I am giving -10. Okay, here the quantity is 10, so I am giving -10. Okay, now you see the quantity is updated. Now I am saving this inbound delivery. Now I am clicking on the goods receipt. What happens? The goods receipt will be performed for 10 quantity of the material 1 and 0 quantity of the material 2. Okay, I am doing a goods receipt. Now I'll observe my inbound delivery in the ECC system. Okay. See, for the second line item, it is 0. So we have seen 3 scenarios. Okay. One is short closing. Another one is you are receiving the material in 2 trucks. Okay. For short closing, you are using I001. And another scenario is you are receiving the truck, or you are receiving the inbound delivery into 2 trucks. Then what you are doing? You are generating 2 inbound delivery documents and you are receiving the material. And the third one is full rejection. Now, assume a scenario. Okay. Now, assume a scenario that you want to partially reject the material. How will you do that one? I do not want, instead of in the same scenario, line item 2, I do not want to reject 10 quantity. I want to reject only 5 quantity. How can you achieve that one? Okay. So what you have to do is you have to use 2 process codes in this scenario. First, you have to use I002 for the line item 2. Put okay -5 quantity for the first line item. Then your inbound delivery in EWM will be split into 2. Inbound delivery 1 and inbound delivery 2. Post the goods receipt for the inbound delivery 1, and for the second inbound delivery, select I004. Okay, that way you can reject it, reject total quantity. And also, if you want to reject total quantity in your inbound delivery, there is a tab. Okay, this button. You can press on this button. Okay, instead of using the process code, you can also click on this button to reject the entire quantity. Any questions on this one?
I can say it from a header, am I correct?
Yes, this you have to do only if you want to reject the entire header quantity. It is not at the line item quantity. Okay, so partial rejections, you please try. Okay, for partial rejections, you have to combine two process codes. One is I002 plus I004. Okay, any questions on this one?
No.
Okay, so now where do we configure this process codes? Okay, please remember your process codes are at the item level. Your process codes are not at the header level. Okay, so where do we configure this process codes? Okay, and we have been discussing profiles. Okay, so just go to the profiles and observe the profiles for your inbound delivery. Okay, so INB is our inbound delivery document type. If you go to this part, under this part you have got process profile. Okay, just observe this process profile. Okay, it has got nothing to do with this process code. But if you go to this part, okay, go to SPRO, SAP IMG, SCM extended warehouse management, then go to cross processing settings, warehouse task, cross processing settings, delivery warehouse request, then go to the process codes. If you have gone to inbound delivery, then the process code profile would have been, okay, this is the process of code profile. You can observe in the inbound delivery item type. Okay, this is the, okay, this will be your process code profile. Okay, just copy this one. Okay, if you go to the IDN item type configuration, that will be in that one. You can observe the process code. Okay, now click on this one. Okay, observe the various process codes in this profile. Okay, so these are the profiles. Okay, in this profile, process code profile, you have got I001, I002, I004. Okay, which are all of these are active. Okay, okay, I007, and these are not active. Okay, now if you want to create a new process codes, or where do we create new the where these process codes are just defined in the above node. Okay, okay, define process codes. First observe the first process code. Okay, the first process code is I001. Okay, if you observe this one, I001, which was for the chart closure. Okay, I001. Okay, select this one. Okay, you see the partner profile is SFPRT. Okay, and the description, okay, description doesn't matter. You see this is modifiable. Okay, so your inbound delivery is going to be modified. Okay, no extra document will be generated. The quantity of the ERP system will be modified. Okay, this is for your short closed, and you have got modifiable. Then you see to just observe the I002. Okay, I002 do not have this modifiable, but it will generate two inbound delivery documents. Okay, the program is written for this node, this thing. Okay, based on this selection. Okay, okay, based on this selection, the program is written for this core node. Okay, I002. Okay, you cannot anyways create this quantity adjustments. Okay, the drop down. Okay, so I004. Similarly, observe I004. Okay, so it is only adjustment of delivery quantity, and it is total adjustment. Okay, it is total adjustment, and it is not modifiable. Okay, just observe all the process codes. I really do not know the process code I003, why it is used. Okay, I like, I read somewhere like, it is used in applying text in the background. Okay, try to explore on this one. Okay, I003. Okay, so we already know in large scale industries, we don't create inbound delivery using VL31N. In fact, there will be an interface from the vendor. Okay, vendor will, so the iDocs will send confirmations that will create inbound delivery in inbound. Okay, it will create inbound delivery in the ECC system. Okay, so that's a normal business process. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for today. No, we are done with the process course. Any questions on the goods receipt? Okay, as to where it gets updated and so on. Any questions?
No question.
No. No.
Okay, so please remember there are three process codes: I001, which is for the short closure; I002, which is like whenever you want to do a subsequent inbound delivery split. Okay, there are two things: delivery split and subsequent inbound delivery split. Okay, and even for your outbound also there is delivery split and subsequent inbound delivery split. Okay, I mean, okay, subsequent inbound delivery split. Okay, so here what we are doing is whenever you have got your inbound delivery that is arriving in 2 trucks, then you are going to split the existing inbound delivery into 2 inbound deliveries. Okay, and the third the third scenario is I004 process code, using which you can only reject full quantities. What if you want to reject partial quantities? Then you have to use the combination of I002 and I004. Please practice that one also. It is available in the document. Just practice both of them. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's class. Okay. Okay, I would like to tell you one more concept. Okay, outbound delivery and what is subsequent outbound delivery. Okay, this subsequent outbound delivery functionality is also available in the ECC. Okay, if you see what is outbound delivery split, okay, I should say subsequent outbound delivery split and outbound delivery split. Okay, see, assume that you have got a sales order, and in the sales order you have got 2 line items. Okay, so the first line item should be delivered from one shipping point and another line item should be delivered from another shipping point. This is one scenario. Okay, so let's say another scenario. You have got a sales order, and in the first line item you have got storage location which is not ROD. Okay, for the first line item. For the second line item, the storage location is ROD. In this case, when you create a outbound delivery, system will create 2 outbound deliveries, one for each line items, because based on the shipping point, it will split. It will allow you. It will say that you have to create 2 outbound deliveries. Okay, otherwise, if you take the second example where the storage location for the second line item is ROD, then for the second line item, outbound delivery will be created that will be distributed to the EWM. This we call it as a outbound delivery split. Okay, but what is subsequent outbound delivery split? Assume that you got a vehicle, you got a truck, you have loaded the truck. Now you find that one truck is not enough for your outbound delivery to send the materials. You need another truck, another half truck. You have to call another half truck. That is you are going to split the existing outbound delivery into 2 outbound deliveries. Then we call it as a subsequent outbound delivery split. Okay. Am I clear? Okay. This functionality is available in the ECC, but in EWM we do it with the help of process codes. In EWM it is more easy, but in ECC also this functionality is available.
Sorry, could you repeat again for outbound delivery?
What do you want me to repeat? Oh, okay. See, you have got outbound delivery. Okay. So what is the subsequent outbound delivery is you have in the outbound delivery you have got a huge volume of data. Okay, huge volume of quantity, and it cannot be loaded into one truck. You have to load into 2 trucks. Then you will split the existing outbound delivery into 2 outbound deliveries. Or you assume that you have got 3 trucks, then you will split it into 3 trucks. Okay, based on the volume or the quantity that you have loaded into each truck. This is outbound deliver subsequent outbound delivery split. You can see for this functionality in ECC. You can explore that functionality, but this is not EWM. Okay, in EWM we will use process codes to split the outbound delivery into two subsequent outbound deliveries. Okay, out. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, in
No, what is
EWM,
the
yes.
logic? What is the logic in EWM? How to split? How it will determine based on the means volume, na?
Just now,
So
just now,
for
just now we have defined, right? Just now I've
no
shown you, right? Put the quantities, right?
no see
Put the
track
quantities.
it no one track it will have 100 kg. It will okay. We can put in that track. Okay.
No,
So
no, no.
how
You know the quantity side. Your outbound delivery is 200 kgs. In one truck, you are putting 100 kgs. In another truck, you are putting 100 kgs. So you have to split your outbound deliveries into two
manual limit?
outbound deliveries,
Okay.
100 kgs, right? You should know the
Okay.
volume. Assume that in the first truck you are putting 120, and in the second truck you are putting 80. You have to adjust the quantities, right, with the process
Mm.
codes. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you wanted automatic, then that is a different thing. Okay, so that's totally
Mhm.
different. You have to calculate the volume of truck. That's a very
Mhm.
cumbersome process. No one will do it. Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm ending the okay, I'll stop the recording.
Venkatam, now I shared some blog to you. You covered most of the topics. Maybe 2 3 topics which are there. There is the same in today's
See,
class.